Today, I'm going to speak on the topic price analytics and dynamic pricing techniques. While booking cabs, you must have noticed that the amount of money you pay each time for traveling the same route is never the same. Or you might have also noticed that the prices of the same flight scheduled for a particular date changes multiple times a day. Similarly, booking hotel rooms during festive seasons cost more than normal days. So why does this happen? Well, this is due to a pricing strategy known as dynamic pricing. So what is dynamic pricing? Simply put, dynamic pricing refers to a fluctuating the prices of goods or services based on current market conditions instead of keeping prices static. The goal is to optimally align price with supply and demand. Rather than using a fixed, predetermined pricing model, businesses continuously adjust prices based on factors like competitor pricing, supply and demand, customer segmentation, seasonality, and special events. Now, what are the different types of dynamic pricing? First, peak pricing. Peak pricing is the alteration made in prices based on the current supply. Second, segmented dynamic pricing. The customer data is taken into use for altering prices. Third, customer behavior. Customer behavior is the driving force behind the price change while using dynamic pricing tools. Fourth, competitor pricing. The prices are altered based on the prices that the competitors offer. Fifth, time based dynamic pricing. The time factor plays the driving force behind the price change. Sixth, supply and demand based on locality. In this, prices are altered due to the demand and supply of the different types of products that tend to differ based on geographical reasons. So, you might be wondering, how does a company actually track all of this in real time? A manager can't just sit and watch competitor websites and booking trends all day. This is where analytics becomes the star of the show. Think of analytics as the super smart brain behind the scenes that does all the heavy lifting. Its job is to find patterns and make decisions instantly. When I say analytic systems, I'm not talking about one single magic box. It's often a combination of tools. This could include machine learning algorithms that get better at predicting demand over time, big data platforms that can store and process billions of customer interactions, and business intelligence dashboards that let managers see what's happening at a glance. But for the customer, it all just looks like a price that changes. First, let's talk about demand. Analytics systems are constantly listening to the market. They watch how many people are looking at a product page, how many are booking that flight, or even what time of day people are usually trying to get a cab. By looking at all this current data and comparing it to the past data, like knowing that cab demand always spikes at 5 p.m. on Friday, analytics can predict what's about to happen. If the system predicts a huge rush of people, it tells the pricing engine, hey, we are about to get really popular. We can raise the price a little bit. If it sees very low demand, it might suggest a discount to get more customers in the door. Second, let's look at the competition. Analytics doesn't just look at its own data, it also constantly peeking at what competitors are doing. Special softwares can scan rival airline or hotel websites every few minutes, so if your main competitor suddenly drops their price for that same flight, the analytics system knows about it instantly. It can then automatically decide what to do. Should we match their price or should we ignore it because our flight is already almost full? Analytics helps make that split second decision based on all the information, not just a gut feeling. To break it down even further, the process analytics follows usually has four key steps. First, data collection. This is step 1. The system is like a giant vacuum pulling in all the data we talked about: competitor prices, our own sales, customers' clicks, time of day, everything. Second, data analysis and modeling. This is the thinking part. The system uses sophisticated models, often machine learning, to find those hidden patterns like when X happens, Y is the likely customer response. Third, price recommendation. Based on that analysis, the system calculates what it believes is the ideal price for this very second. Fourth, price execution. Finally, that new price is automatically pushed live to the website or the app. And this whole four-step cycle repeats not just daily, but sometimes hundreds or even thousands of times a day. So, the real role of analytics is to connect all those dots. It takes the demand information, the competitor price, the time of day, and even the weather and feeds it all into this continuous cycle. This model then recommends the perfect price and it can change that price from one minute to the next. It's this data driven system that allows businesses to stay competitive and profitable all while adjusting to the market in real time.